Colossal Claude, and Marvin the Monster.
In March 1934, the crew of the lightship Tendero sighted an unknown creature near the South Jetty at the mouth of the Columbia.
The Bend Bulletin relayed this description. Its head was underwater, but we could see its long body.
It appeared to be at least 40 feet in length.
The Salem Capital Journal reported that according to Captain J.
F.X. Jensen, all members of the crew had seen the serpent, which had a neck about 8 feet long, with a large head. It opened its huge mouth and gaped at the lightship.
Crew members wanted to lower a boat and pursue the creature, but the officers denied this request, afraid it might turn on them and swamp the boat.
Somewhere between scientific knowledge and the unexplored reaches of the ocean, more unexplained sightings were reported off the Oregon coast. In 1937, Captain Charles Graham of the trawler said he saw a long, hairy, tan-colored creature with the head of an overgrown horse, about 40 feet long, and with a 4-foot waist measure. A couple near Yarshas at Devil's Churn in 1937 described a 55-foot-long creature with a long neck and tail and a horse-like head. Captain Chris Anderson of the halibut schooner Argo reported in 1939 that he had seen a monster, 10 feet in diameter and 50 feet long, with a head like a camel and glassy eyes, that took a 20-pound fish off the crewman's line.
The same year, Robert O'Donnell and Vern Harms, steamship line employees, saw a monster 40 miles off Tillamook Bay that they described as large-headed and thick-necked. Sea serpents were also seen off the coast of Bandon, including a 12.5-foot-long animal with a bulbous nose and cow-like body covered with brownish hair. In 1939, more than 30 people saw a 30-foot serpent off the coast at Nelskit, now part of Lincoln City,
which had a slender neck and snake-like head.
A strange animal dubbed Old Harry by locals that washed up at nearby lake in 1950 was described by Town Marshal Andy Allen as covered with hair, with a cow-like body, and weighing about 1,000 pounds. Dr. Gudger of the American Museum of Natural History thought it was a whale shark. The Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife thought that it was whale blubber, and Dr. Fred Colruss of the University of Portland thought it was an elasmobranch, a class of sea creatures with bones made of cartilage. The creature was never definitively identified.
Other sightings were reported near Newport, most of them describing a head similar to that of a camel or horse and a body with scales, smooth skin, or fur.
The creature reportedly seen at the mouth of the Columbia and farther south, especially during the 1950s, was usually called Colossal Claude. Sightings of Colossal Claude or similar creatures appear to have ended by about 1960, and there the stories rested until 1963, when Shell Oil Company underwater cameras picked up a strange-looking animal off the Oregon coast. The film, shot during the company's search for offshore oil, showed a creature about 15 feet long with barnacled ridges along the body, propelling itself with a corkscrew motion. There has been no scientific consensus on the identity of the creature, who was dubbed Marvin the Monster.
It is unclear whether some or any of the Oregon sightings describe an animal similar to the British Columbia creature known as Caddy, or the infamous Loch Ness Monster.